All right, Baker and Molasses at the movies.
How are you? How
We're
you doing?
at 500 Televast Road.
Yes.
And we're about to see A Farewell to Arms.
No.
No. From Here to Eternity. I knew I was going to do it.
Same dip.
Oh, darn it.
But that's okay.
Hemingway.
You're thinking of baseball.
I
Farewell to
know.
Arms. That's
I'm so
like the
sorry.
story of my. That's the story of my Detroit Tigers.
Yes, From Here to Eternity, which won 8 Oscars. I should remember
Yes.
that.
Farewell to Arms, though. That's good.
Yeah.
I love.
I did that once before today, too.
No, it's I get that sometimes. I get a film in my head, and I do the same thing.
Okay, but I know where the title came from, a Rudyard Kipling
Yes.
poem.
Very good.
Yes, Gentlemen Rankers.
Yes, that's good.
Yeah, they were damned from here to eternity.
Yes, that's a great line, isn't it?
If only I'd remembered that 5 minutes ago.
No, it's good. It's good. 8 Oscars. When was the last time you saw this?
Many, many moons ago.
Have you ever seen it on a big screen?
No.
Yeah, it's really cool to see it. The kind of lore behind this movie is great because this is the comeback of Francis Albert Sinatra.
Right.
And he really, literally begged for this part to get him back on track.
And I heard Ava Gardner helped a little, right?
Just having Ava around would help a little. I don't know if you can say that today, but Ava Gardner put in a favor to Harry Cohn, who was the head of Columbia, and said, her star was rising, his was declining, and he was depressed. Frank was depressed. When she left him, he stuck his head in it. It was like that was it. But he was at a down, and he did this movie for $8,000, and he was just glad as hell to do it. He auditioned when he was shooting the dice. That was the scene. He did it with actually, to play the Italian. He did it with olives. And actual olives to get in the mood, and they used it.
That's what I thought. They used that actual
They actually used it, and he felt intimidated. And Montgomery Clift, who turned out to be a good friend and time, was really helpful on this film.
And I heard they were drinking buddies. Him, James Joyce, who wrote the novel.
Yes.
And or James Jones, sorry.
Yeah, they hung out, and they got so blitzed.
Exactly.
Sinatra could drink pretty much anybody under the table. He was in that group.
Right.
And there's a scene in here they talk about that Montgomery Clift could not deliver the wine. He was so intoxicated.
Oh, wow.
And but you have some great actors in this. Burt Lancaster, of course, who was really intimidated by Montgomery Clift. He was really nervous in the scene, and I was like kind of shocked at that because Burt was 4-time Oscar nominee and 1-time winner.
Right.
Montgomery Clift was nominated for this, as was Burt, for the lead actor. Neither of them won.
Right.
And he really felt bad. Montgomery Clift really felt bad that
it was the guy from Stalag. Was William Holden.
William Holden won,
yeah.
and he was really felt bad about that. He wasn't really a bit about awards.
Right.
But and people play against type in this. Donna Reed, who's one of my favorites, she's like my ideal woman, like from It's a Wonderful Life. She plays a bad girl in this.
Yes.
And then Deborah Carr is the lead in one famous scene. They didn't think she was sexy enough to play in this film. So but
that helped change her career because then she had wider range.
Wider range for sure. She's in some great films. One of the great romantic films, sad films of all time with Cary Grant is.
An Affair to Remember?
Affair to Remember.
Yeah.
It's like, one of those films.
Sure.
But
now, Sinatra, is this true? I heard he was one-take Charlie. Like, he liked to do it one take, but how could he get away with that if he was...
Well, he didn't like to do a lot. I mean, it's the director's call. This Fred Zinneman, and who did High Noon and a number... He's a 4-time Oscar winner. A lot of people don't know that. He had a short documentary that he won for, a short film. And then he won for A Man for All Seasons and this film.
Right.
So he's calling the shots, but Frank liked to get in, and that was from his Rat Pack days. They would go and be filming, and they go, "Come on, let's do one, and then we'll get to the bar." That's right. So that lives up to the legend. He learned that, I think, that trick from Spencer Tracy, who was a good friend.
Okay.
And he's learn your lines, don't bump into the furniture. And that was Spencer's line. Learn your lines and don't bump into the furniture. That was the job of an actor.
Okay.
And actually, Clint Eastwood shoots a lot like that. He gets in and gets out.
Yeah.
I think he's great in this. But Frank gave a lot of great performances. The Man with the Golden Arm, Manchurian Candidate, this.
Yeah.
Sinatra, who won an Oscar for this, said The Man with the Golden Arm, he says he probably could have and should have won over this in a lot of ways as an Oscar performance.
Right.
But this is it's Ernest Borgnine's in this film.
Right.
It's a great cast. And it was a long book. You're one of those book readers.
Sure.
This was 800 pages. They didn't want to touch it. They didn't think it could be made into a film.
Right.
And there was a lot of edgy stuff that they didn't. They kind of go into the edge. They don't deal with homosexuality in this. They stop short of that. And they.
And also Donna Reed's character in the book, I think, was a prostitute.
Yes,
but here
correct.
she's more of a.
Yeah, they allude to her being naughty.
Yes, she's lesser naughty in the
she's
movie.
But she's got dark hair and she's quite alluring.
she looks
beautiful
cute
woman.
in it. I know, she really is.
Yeah, it's magic. It's just Hollywood magic. 8-time winner, 10-time nominee.
Now, Gus, what's the movie that's won the most Oscars ever? Do you know?
Yeah, it's Ben-Hur, I believe.
Okay.
I think it's Ben-Hur.
Because when I saw 8 for this, I thought, wow, that's a lot.
I think Ben-Hur's won 11, and I want to say that Titanic has won 11, or maybe even 12. I mean, one of them they're right there, but the old school Ben-Hur was there for a lot of years.
But this one for editing, it won for sound, I think.
Screenplay.
Yeah.
Direction, picture, both supporting actors.
I looked up sound. Lividary was the guy's name.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping, I don't know, my friend Larry.
Oh, is he going to be here?
I hope, because, I would love to. He might even have known the guy, you know?
That's so cool.
I don't know if he'll come or not. But.
Yeah, but this is the kind of film that they don't. This is magic.
It is. I can't wait to see. I mean, all these people together is amazing. Yeah,
there's. I don't even want to do a spoiler. You're big at not giving spoiler. Some really poignant scenes in this film, and it works. I mean, it works on every level. And there's some, iconic. The beautiful scene on the beach is one of the greatest romantic shots.
Oh, for sure.
They were going to do that standing up, and Lancaster said, "Let's do it laying down."
Right.
And
then
the rest is history.
I actually heard that projectionists back in the day were cutting out parts of the film to take home
as a souvenir
from that scene.
That's true. Right. That's good.
Yeah,
they did. They took that. I'm going to make sure I mention that.
Yeah.
Make sure after the Q&A, we bring that up, because it's a good little bit of trivia. I would have loved to have had a little snippet of that.
Oh, my God. It's a beautiful photo.
Yeah.
I would like a poster of it. I mean, you could buy it.
It's one of the great love images.
It's one of those things where it's better on film than it would be in real life, because in real life, you're getting salt up your nose.
And
sand in crevices.
And sand in other places, yes. Yes, that's true.
But it makes a darn good picture.
Yeah, it's never. It always sounds better, right? That's good.
All right. Cool. Well, anything you're looking forward to, like coming up, like modern films? Or
we talked about Portrait of a Lady on Fire. I'm going to see that again. I always like to digest a film.
To see what you think a second time, because I probably won't see it a second time.
Yeah, I want to see it because there's some. Speaking of beach scenes, there's some beautiful cinematography in there. I screened. I did a talk today on Cunningham. It was mixed reviews because it's a hard film. It's like if you don't have a dancing aesthetic, I don't think you get it as much.
Right.
Just Mercy. Did you see Just Mercy?
I did not.
Just Mercy. I
heard it's really, really good.
It's good. Yeah, I want to see it again. I always like to.
I'm a huge Jamie Foxx. He's in it, right?
He's fabulous.
Yeah,
he's fabulous. He's the best part of that.
He's amazing.
He's just a real good, solid act. Yeah, there's some new films coming out. I'm interested to see what they do with Jane Austen's Emma. Are you a big Jane Austen
going
person?
Tomorrow. Well, I mean, I was a British literature major. Maybe I got.
And does this look
jaded.
like they favorited this? Like they made it the favorite? They're making it too tongue-in-cheek and too...
I don't know. I'm actually hoping, because sometimes the old stuff doesn't hold up.
Well, it's Well, I at the same time as you say that, I love the versions of the classics like Jane Eyre with Orson Welles.
Oh, yeah.
But
Rebecca, that's not...
Rebecca. I love to see him in black and white.
Right. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's too shocking sometimes to see in color and...
Yeah, the favorite, I liked it, and then I liked it a little bit more, and then I don't know if I liked it. It was just.
Yeah, I liked it at the time because it was so novel to me.
Yeah.
But
like this looked, I saw the preview of this, so I'm interested in this.
Yeah, me too.
But I always loved going to the classics.
And I saw The Way Back. I'll be interested in what you think of that. Sports movie with Ben Affleck. Plays a coach.
I'm not.
You're not going to go see it?
I'm not.
I'm not a fan of his.
Aversion to Ben Affleck. I have to say, going in. So for me to to me, Argo.
I think you might like
Argo
it.
was my favorite.
Oh, me too. Because that was a real movie.
And he directed it. And he was he in that?
Yeah, he wrote it too.
Yeah, he was in it. And there's such a good cast. But I don't generally like. He's one of my least favorite people.
But I liked him in the movie. Believe it or not.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So that's good.
And I didn't see The Accountant with him. Did you? Because the same guy directed that. It
can't-
looked bad.
I
the
can't
trailer.
watch a lot of him. I mean, Good Will Hunting to me.
It's almost like too much machismo, right? It's like, whoa, okay, we get it. You're a man.
I don't think he has. He just doesn't. Certain people I don't like. I don't know. I don't care for him.
Yeah.
He's not my type on screen.
You know who he reminds me of a little bit? And I think Josh Brolin's a better actor. But he sort of reminds me of that. There's something about the...
Yeah, that's a good call, actually.
They're too masculine. There's something about it.
Yeah, they're full of themselves. They seem...
Yeah, there's something there.
Like Matt Damon in Ford versus Ferrari. I love him in that.
Matt Damon has more sides to him.
Yeah, there's more of a humility.
Right.
And I think you got to play all those notes to do that. But I'm looking forward to this cast, and this is...
I'm excited about tonight. I really am.
Monty Cliff, Sinatra, Deborah Carr.
I really have a soft spot for Montgomery Clift after the doc that they showed at the Film Fest last year.
Great career. It's in some great films.
And just a misunderstood human being.
You talk about a great film. You talk about the heiress. You talk about literature being transformed. Olivia de Havilland, who's our last movie star. That is the last movie star we have.
Right.
If I had my wish and I could host produce the Oscars next year, I'd fly her out. They should have already done a segment for it. They should have already recorded it.
Right.
So that when she passes, they have that.
Right.
Because this is it. There is no more after her.
I know.
The lights are turned off on this era.
Yep.
And it's just not going to be the same. Kirk Douglas going. He saw a great Spartacus. Spartacus was so beautiful. It was such a love story. And people say, "Oh, was it a love story?" Yes, it was. It was really about love of men, and brotherhood, and the mother and the child, and the family, and the love of freedom.
Yeah. And actually, this movie really was one of the first in the novel, obviously before it, talked about how broken men can be after a war and how it never is the same again for some of them.
That's a great point.
And before that, it was always like sort of a Hollywood version.
Yeah, I think The Best Years of Our Lives does the best job of that. And that's right after the war.
Right.
And these are good companion pieces.
Yeah.
That's a good point. So look forward to seeing it.
All right, well, thanks, Gus.
See you next time.
We will talk again soon. Bye.
So you recorded all